Alrighty, fellas, I think we're back. Bro, we did replace the we did happen to replace the shiny curse with the internet curse. So that's something. That's a choice for sure, but that's okay. One day internet dry. Yeah, guys, get the encounter counter up. Get the encounter counter. We're 2,000 frames dropped now. 2,000 frames dry. We're so back, boys. Sorry about that. I think we're gonna switch to. Hopefully, this will help. My computer is just weird, bro. We're gonna switch to bring your own music. So just make sure it's BYOM, boys. Bring your own music. So make sure to have your own music on the side. We're gonna stop listening to music on stream for a little. Hopefully, help with the crashes. I'm gonna close whatever I can on my task manager. It's not like a whole, like, the problem is like what the fuck is that? The fuck is that noise? Thank you for the bits, Fly Happy. Ah, there's ink on me. What your mom does to me. What your mom, me to your mom. Me to your mom's ink. Oh. Hey guys. Be careful what you were down. True. I don't know if you're allowed to say that, K9. Thank you, Fly Happy. Just your internet provider. The first one was internet. The second one was Streamlabs. So I'm getting fucking attacked from all angles. Internet, fucking software. Bro, it's fucking, dude. I'm about to be goop. Oh goodness. I'm about to be goop. Does anyone know what's next in the gym and alternate cave? No. The next gym? No. Oh, dude, I would love a good alternate cave. Now that the wet streak is coming, guaranteed 100%. True and real. Dude, the things I would do for a good altering cave. The things I would do for an altering cave shiny, man. Holy, dude. Holy guacamole, dude. Dude, it's so... Yes, we've seen Sudowoodo, Fortress, Ambipom, Zorua, Bisharp. Holy fuck. It's too OP. I think rares go too often. I think it's... Because it's a 6-hour times... I respect that, Zenek. I think that's a valid argument. I think because it's a 6-hour time window and it's times 3 hordes, I think it's honestly, I know it's really strong, but it has to be strong. Like, and if you think it's OP, not that's, I want to qualify, very based, very valid opinion. It's that line of like, it needs to be strong enough to where it's worth to go to and exciting. But if you think it's too OP, it's, you know, I get that. I totally do. We'll have to see it. It's been, there hasn't, I don't know if but there has been a lot of rare phases so far. Let's fucking go. Do what's up, Shadow. Ultimately, when a rare is there, like, yes, but like, if it's only once every so often, it's just so boring. I don't know. I think it has to be. And I don't know. I bet you a lot of players, it's worth during war, but like, I bet you a lot of players just wouldn't go there. Outside of war, they would miss the 6-hour spawn window, like they're asleep or something. Which is more happen they do when they're less frequent. I get that. I get your arguments, Zan. I respect it. I think it's a valid position. I'm cool with the way it is right now, but I could see a small nerf. But we'll have to see. We'll have to really see. You know what I would honestly? I'd love to see like a small nerf. I could see a small nerf to hordes. Small buff for single encounters, potentially, Zan. How do you feel about that? I think a lot of people want Altering Cave to be more single encounterable. I could see small nerf to the times 3 hordes. Small buff to the single encounters there. Add Regis to singles. I mean, that would, dude, based. I think it's a cool way to do it. Heard someone talk about that. Postword has payday pickup there. Yes, my payday pickup test was really scuffed. I need to do a new one. I think Tom said one of my fucking what's it called? One of my Meowths just didn't have pickup, and I was like, you're joking. I had 2 payday pickup Meowths at Altering Cave for my test. I was like, I scuffed my, yeah, there's 75% charm, there's ability pill, I was just rushing Rumel to like do a test, do something before Shiny War started. And I'm glad I did, but it was, oh man, that was a scuff. I'm not gonna lie, that was a scuff test, you know? Yeah, we have to like a 10-hour test to see like how often those high value items appear type thing, you know? It seems very good. It was bad for my test, but my test was super scuffed. And like 1 hour is just not enough for something like that, you know? Dude, it is pretty clean. It is pretty fucking clean, Rumel. Thank you, Woofy, for the prime, dude. Thank you for the GZ on the shiny. Thank you, Woofy, for the prime, man. I appreciate that. Here's the wet streak. I appreciate it, Shoestay. Thank you, thank you, thank you, man. I have to skip this song. I can't. I'm curious how you guys are whenever someone passes away. So I feel like the morbid. It's an, you know, it's an interesting discussion. I can't listen to Oliver Tree music yet. Like it makes me fucking sad. Like I can't. For me, like when an artist or a celebrity or whatever that I care about passes away, like I can't engage with anything for like a year. It was that way with Trevor Moore. When Trevor Moore passed, I couldn't watch or I couldn't do anything with him for like a year and a half. Fuck, that was the Trevor Moore's death was probably the celebrity I was the most, obviously it's parasocial, I don't say connected to, but like what I cared about the most, you know? Biggest fan of, probably the celebrity I was the biggest fan of when he passed. I was like actively watching the WKUK pod, like this Twitch podcast during COVID. If you don't know, they were a sketch comedian group, whitest kids you know. Just comedy memers. Mac and Chester, I mean, yeah, that's fucking fair. Mac Miller still hurt, damn. I liked Mac, but I wasn't like, I don't want to front like I was a huge, you know. I really liked Blue Slide Park. Like I listened to Blue Slide Park a ton while playing Xbox back in the day. But I wasn't like a, you know, I don't want to front as like I hate when people are like, when someone passes away and they're like, oh my god, I was their biggest fan or some shit, you know. I was not Mac's biggest fan. I liked his music, but I just didn't listen enough, honestly. Similarly with like Linkin Park, I liked one step closer was probably my favorite song when I was like 12, like very young, like 12 years old. And I liked Linkin Park, but I wasn't like super connected, you know. It's interesting, man. It's interesting to talk about Juice WRLD. Yeah, I don't know Juice WRLD at all still, like much all respect. It's cool to hear, like I think it tells a lot about your personality, like which ones affected you. Avicii. God, like, yeah, so some people, dude, thanks for sharing, Woofy. Like, some people are the total opposite. Where, like, after, most of my friends are like that. I think my wife is like that. When my friend's cat passed away, she was like, send me stories and pictures and, like, tell me stuff, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, dude, I don't want to, not that, like, obviously, it's your cat, you do whatever you want. But I was like, I don't want to see that. Like when I was like, I don't want to hear about Walter for like a year or two. Like it fucking breaks my, I can't, it makes me too sad and like not in like not in like a good way. You know what I'm saying? Neither is better or worse, obviously. They're both just different processing. Dude, much love to Rumel. Yeah. It's fucking like I remember I was always neutral. I feel it was always people who were like, oh, who cares when a celebrity dies or some shit, bro. People's art and like impact affects our lives. Like we are all just conglomerations. I understand if you don't, you know, if you're not, don't like, for me, like I don't, there's some celebrities that pass that I don't really like vibe with or didn't really affect me. That doesn't mean they don't affect someone else or something like that, you know. Like it's beautiful the ways that they're just people. It's beautiful the ways that other people affect us, you know. And it's just like sad to see the world lose that in a way, or I guess have gained it for a temporary period of time, you know. Yeah, no, I respect it, Rumel. I respect it. Hey, that I get that. Hey, everybody's different, Viper. I totally get that. It's just it depends on the group and who you're with, and like I totally get that though. Holy shit. I don't grieve by making, I think I used to grieve by making jokes, and something changed. I don't anymore. Romantic Island, yeah. What's your favorite year? The year you had the best time of your life and missed the most? Personally, mine is 2019. My favorite year. I mean, the based answer is the year I married my wife. That was a tough year, but it was a great year. These last 2 years have been really hard. I'm not gonna lie. They've been good. I think for me, it was probably when I got into RuneScape competitions. Because I just built a lot of my mentality around then. And it was like post a really bad part of my life. So I was like euphoric to be out of it. Trying to think. I think the best. I've told this story before. I think the best years of my life was post homelessness. Bro, nothing will break your acclimation. I was only homeless for 3 months, but like no car, couch surfing, stayed on the streets a few nights, you know, in the winter. So it was like cold as fuck. But like nothing will. If you're ever, this is awful advice, okay? Don't actually go do this. Well, no, it doesn't actually really work because you have to be like forced into it by your own mistakes. It can't be like, you can't choose to go be homeless and get the same mental effect of it. You know what I mean? But like the feeling of like going from literally sleeping on like a sidewalk to like just having your own blow up mattress with a sheet, you're euphoric. Like it's like, yeah, like the, the closest thing is going on a weekend of camping and then getting back to your bed. Dude, the feeling of having running water in your kitchen, having food in your kitchen, and having a bed with an air mattress with a sheet. Like I was smiling at every motherfucker in the street. You should have met me then, because I was the happiest motherfucker you would ever meet, dude. I was euphoric, man. Being able to go shower whenever you want to. Like there's so many things like that we just take for granted on the day-to-day. Privileges that I take for granted even now, you know. It's been 10 years since which is crazy. But that was still the hardest time of my life for sure. So the acclimation break of that was crazy, dude. The highs and lows, yeah. The acclimation break of that was nuts. I was euphoric. I was absolutely euphoric, you know? Was it harder than was being homeless harder than going 140k dry? Yeah, by far. Like 1,000 times harder. Going 140k dry was not hard. What's up, Chill Ivy? How you doing? I mean, that's why it's also like, dude, much fucking love to you, G Money. Like it makes the world's difference, dude. It makes the world's difference. Even just one night for someone who's like surfing like that is like, it makes the world's difference. It's so nuts, dude. What was I gonna say? Is this best using one monitor? No, definitely not, Aben Bag. Especially for, if you're doing, editing cool shit, right? What was I gonna say? Bro, that's why, like, I don't know, man. Altaria, what's up, Birdo? How you doing, gamer? Dude, thank you so much, man. Thank you, gamer. I'm just happy to be here shunting, dude. Happy to be here. I love shiny hunting, man. What's the show Melodic is set to nature? Oh, I'm honestly leading the wrong Pokemon. Melodic does not need to lead here. Because, I actually actively don't want it. Because Q-Char is going to go for a male. I don't want a male strategy. I was using that when I was at Minccino Trubbish, but then someone got Trubbish. When shiny? Probably soon, right, guys? I'm at 8:30. Oh, whoops. We are 10 subs away from Freaky Bob. 20 subs away from a flag. I was talking to Casey. I need to think of a new every 100 sub. Yeah, I'm using a controller right now. I need to think of a new every 100, what's it called thing. Damn, Rosen. Okay, I didn't have a job when I was homeless, but that was similar. So what I would do is I had a card shop that I would go to and play Magic throughout the day. Obviously, while job surfing or trying to do stuff or whatever, and we're just like hang out. Not even like play Magic at that point, but I sold all my cards, obviously. But just like go to a card shop to be warm and to have a place, And I was lucky enough to have that, right? And then but yeah, seeing everybody like drive home and you just like hang out in the parking lot, Magic Commander. Yeah, that's one of my big incentives is if you give 10 plus subs, you get permanently featured in my Magic the Gathering Commander deck or one of my decks. Now it's the deck that it is. It's a gimmick deck. It's my only like tier 0 like dog shit, like unplayable, unwinnable. It's a reserved list only Magic the Gathering Commander deck. And it's just, people always, when they hear the reserve list, they think of like broken cards, and people don't realize how many awful cards are on the reserved list. So you've got like Feldergriff is the commander just for the colors, and like I guess my win con of like doing 21 commander damage. I've got all these old lands. My plan is to print out people's PokeMMO characters and put them on these old lands. They're all like, most of them are reserved list set lands. And then you've got cards like, what are the cards? Like you've got cards like Manjara's Tome. It's all reserved list cards, and a lot of them are really bad. That's like something Pirates. Ukamesa Pirates. So that's like if you give 10 plus subs. There are some good cards in here, but they're not actually that good in the deck. Like this card I've talked about forever is so underrated. Retribution of the Meek. It's 2 and a white, so it's 3 mana for a sorcery. Destroy all creatures power 4 or greater. 3 mana, potentially one-sided board wipe if your deck is built properly around it. But like my win con is like Polar Kraken and shit, you know? My mom kicked me out when I was 18, Ivka. We didn't ever get along. And sometimes that just happens, you know? I don't mind you asking, man. There's still a lot of things I could have done better, don't get me wrong. I could have, I'm gonna move on for this because it's just like a sad topic. But like, my past is sad and my present is happy, you know? So like, honestly, it's one of those things where it's all worth it. I don't feel too bad about most of it. But it depends. You still reflect, you know? But, you know, I had a crazy life. I had a crazy life. This was important. Yeah, I'm just happy to be alive and happy to be... It makes you appreciative, you know? Happy to be here. Oh. I should have saved more money. I had jobs when I was like 15, 16. I should save more money, but when you're a kid, you just don't, you know, plan for the future. Lance, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it, dude. For sure, Rick Riley. I think so much of my life has given me the work ethic that I have, you know? I don't think that I would be able to grind and like do things, you know? That's also, I think I'm a little too hard on myself about that. Like, my sister tells me that all the time. My sister's always like, bro, you were literally a kid. Like, you need to stop, like, you know, like, having all that. But for me, like, I think putting responsibility on myself makes me feel more in control. You know what I'm saying? And I like that. Which is, I don't know if it's right or wrong, but I like feeling like I could have done things differently, you know? Yeah, dude, splitting firewood's a pretty cool, like, so it's I mean, it's, you know, one of those things. That's a pretty cool first job. That's a demanding fucking first job. Yeah, dude, much love to you, Lair. Much love to you, man. Yeah, that's, you could do it as an, once you're in a, yeah. Over responsibility as an adult is a lot cleaner than over responsibility, you know, looking back, for sure, for sure. No longer dry? Dude, yes, man. What's up, Muffin? How you doing, gamer? I'm just happy to be here, man. Happy to, like, the fucking privilege to be able to sit and play video games. You know what I'm saying? Like, as dumb as that is, like, such a privilege. It sounds simple, but, like, to be able to sit in an air-conditioned room, you know, air-conditioned room, I got a drink, I got water, I got snacks, I can just sit here and play video games. Even I forget that. I gotta remind myself, you know? Even I you know, acclimation is humans' greatest strength and greatest weakness. When times are hard, we acclimate really fast and it helps us get through them. We get used to things very quickly. But then when times are good, we also acclimate very quickly and it makes us not appreciate them. It's like the greatest, like, human strength and weakness is our I think acclimation is like so much of our mentality. I think acclimation causes so many problems and so much strength in us. Yeah, for example, with free gym membership, dude, one of the physical jobs, I had some pretty physical jobs, but like, well, that's, I guess when you're younger you just do, but not as physical as splitting wood. Splitting wood is crazy. That's like peak. That's like about 10 out of 10 physicality in my opinion for like a physical job. Dude, for sure, yeah. As and like that can be like a little too generalized, but like it's generally true, you know, Claire. It's tough. It's like I wouldn't, you know, it's tough. I used to help my dad with live. Dude, like it's good perspective, Rosen. Like that's fucking based. That's fucking, yeah. I worked at an electronic recycling plant, and that was so much more physical than I expected. I did a lot of, I always say, like, you know those, like, Dell, I literally have, my computer's like a Dell Optiplex, so, like, the casing is, and it's like a, you know, a gaming computer inside. Yeah, I uploaded a video of it, Jorn. There should be an exclamation mark last shiny command as well. Oh, so just went through the effort of making that, because he's a hero. See if I can... I loved my first job, bro. Working at an electronic recycling plant was so cool. It was a really, really cool first job. But I mostly just like, I went full monkey mode. I was like, ooh, because I was watching a movie with my wife and I was up stretching and like walking around. But, dude, so I was mostly just taking apart computers and server boards. But like, dude, sometimes some of those fucking server boards are heavy as fuck. Some of those server boards, I could be wrong. I swear some of those server boards were like 100 pounds or some shit. We would get like 3 guys to like go get a server board and bring it up on the table. The like long workbench for us all 3 to work on at once, or all 4 guys. Or it was like 3 to 4 guys. Dude, Childish Flambino, thank you for the 5 gifted. That puts you up to the 10 plus gifted too, doesn't it? That moves you up the tier. Bro, thank you so much. Yes, going for Scraggy here. It's 100% spawn. Thank you, Flambino. Thank you, gamer. I greatly fucking appreciate that, man. Imagine all the RAM. There wasn't a whole lot of good parts, but sometimes you would run into like fucking randomly. Like back then, it was like if you found DDR3 RAM, it was like pull that aside, you know. Yeah, server boards would have, yeah, but it was like DDR3. I think we maybe found 1 stick of DDR4 randomly for some reason, but that was back when like DDR4 was pretty new. Usually it was like DDR2. I don't even I assume that's what it is. I don't know DDR2. But DDR3 was like the chase RAM back then. The other Straft, this is probably better than the Strafty one. I don't know if it's better. The other one has a phase, right? This one's 100% Straggy. What's the phase at Strafty? I love DDR. Oh yeah, Desert Evolution, yeah. Dude, DDR is based. DDR is based. Bro, thank you, Muffin. There you go. Well, there is that it? Is that the phase? You're right. I'm trying to think. Oh, wait, yeah, Flambino. You're the first person. Wait, Flambino, nobody's gifted 5 subs. You're the first. I don't even know if that was on purpose. I don't even know if you wanted to name. Apologies if that was your intention. You get to name the Altaria now. Dude, no one had done it yet. We all forgot? Dude, Flambino, you win. You get to name the Altaria whatever you want. I love the idea if he was just trying to support it now. Like, if that was the intention. Also based? Oh, sick? Yeah, I was like, I don't think anybody, yeah. I was trying to remind y'all, you're awesome, Rosen. We're all like just too forgetful. We're all fucking... Name him Steve. Steve! I don't know why that's really funny to me. Steve W. Steve is really funny. Naming a Pokemon a human name is just funny. Do you like Strategy? I love Shiny Strafty. I'm mostly here for the points per hour. I'll be honest. That sounds familiar. Stepmania. Finally a shiny? Dude, yes. Finally one. Only took 140k encounters. Steve. Okay, Steve. I just want to play Minecraft. Just got a horsey. Congratulations, Toki. Congratulations. What's night? I can check my nighttime hunt really quick. 1 sec. Top spots. We're pretty far from it, but I would love a good altering cave hunt now that I'm like broken out of the, what's it called? Mega. I don't know what Mega Strap. Oh, we can do a Gamba today for sure. In fact, we ought to do a Gamba. We must do a Gamba. Does the wet streak begin today? Yes, he hits number 2. No, 100k dry, Keck W. Yeah, I'm starting the prediction chat. Starting the prediction chat. Do I go wet or do I go 100k dry again? Tech W. Game about to be so free. Wait, I'm curious. What do you? I'm curious. I'm curious, man. I guess 14k. Reasonable. Reasonable. Kind of saying wet streak. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm curious. Like what's free or what's easy. I love your videos. Just a strategy hater. Fuck. Hey, that's. I was curious. Hey, that's fair, man. I love Strafty. Shiny strategies, whatever. Shiny Strafty's great. Dude, Viper, I think PC box cleanup is the thing that makes me feel like that the most. I super feel that. Sometimes you gotta eat your vegetables. I feel that, dude. Egg hunting is really good during war if you have pre-prepped eggs or pre-prepped dittos. But like as an Iron Man, I can't like go farm dittos, you know what I'm saying? I've heard of it, Birdo, but I never played it. Dude, good luck to you. Feel my goods. Star Shiny Ditto. I mean, obviously, I recommend keeping OT shinies, but like, if Dittos are like good money. I mean, I think after war, it wouldn't surprise me if Dittos go up after war, but we'll have to see. It depends how many, if it's a good spot during war, if people shunt it. I don't know. Yeah, Soup kind of spitting, like, nobody's breeding right now. Nobody's breeding up shiny. People will be breeding shinies like afterwards, such like a few months after war. We'll have to see, man. Worst time to sell sealed product? Yep, yeah. Nobody's buying like investments right now. Everybody's just like, this is where people, this is like the great spend, you know? Like, watch how jump scare to the single encounter randomly. This is the great, like, it's like a fucking Comic-Con or some shit for nerds where you go and spend, you know, spend money versus, it was time for saving is over, you know? Time for making investment choices, yada, yada, yada. This is our vacation in a certain way. Hilariously. Shiny War is our vacation. Is it crazy? Because it's so different than that, but like, you know what I mean? You know what I mean, boys. I don't know what I want to do. Shunning predators, money, or shunning fishing. Probably, as long as you have like enough money to do chum buckets, like probably shunting. Now I would say like, I have dono. Don't fishing shiny hunt without chum buckets. Like if you need money for chum buckets, go make money for chum buckets and then come back and fish and shunt. Fishing shunting without chum buckets is so disgustingly not worth it. It's better to just go make money, come back and fish with chum buckets. 1 mil cash, yeah. You could buy like 10 chum buckets for like 600k. That's a lot of your money actually. Did you do your Jimmy run today? Or do you do Jimmy runs, shoe stay / did you do your Jimmy run today? I think if you do Jimmy runs, if you do your Jimmy run every day or some shit, you could probably be fishing shunning and, you know. Wait, chum buckets? No, chum buckets are like 60k a piece. I would love to see chum buckets be achievable in game somehow. K9. I do reruns. If you do your rerun, you could afford like what, 3 to 4 buckets a day, depending on your run. The math on that. Maybe a little bit, maybe more, 3 to 5, depending on your run. I think as long as you're doing your Jimmy run every day, you could go do like you could go fish and shunt. You should be, even if you're like losing, if you're not like gain, it's fine. Base toxic, I respect it, man. I don't know. You're asking a phenomenal question, Sam. I don't know enough about like best shunt spots yet, because I just haven't been able to test personally because I've been doing Shiny War. So my apologies. I don't want to lead you astray and give you a wrong answer. I just don't know, man. Yeah, no, I think right now, like, taking advantage of the 10% boost is pretty good. Like, even if you end Shiny War with like 0 Pokeyen, I think that's worth it. Here, Shuste asked, like, should I be fishing shunning right now or like focus on making money? I think players should be focusing on shiny hunting right now. During war, like, even if the average player, even if you end war as the average player with 0 Pokeyen, but you shunted all of war and like got a lot of shiny, or not got some shinies, you know, and like made some progress in that. If you, this is all assuming you care about shinies and care about shiny hunting, of course. If you care about shiny hunting, you like shiny hunting, definitely prioritize it during war. That 10% boost is really significant, right? Pop a donor status, do your shiny hunting. He said that he had about 1 million Pokeyen cash. I think that if you do your gym rerun every day and make like 200 to 300k, then you can afford chum buckets to go fishing shiny hunts, pop dinner status, have the world boost from war, and then I would say prioritize fishing shunting right now during war over money making and over progressing your account in an overall sense. And then once war is over, you can just get back to money. You can do that whenever. The limited time nature of the 10% boost of shiny war, I think is very powerful and must be considered. For sure, in my opinion. But it obviously, whatever you prefer, if you like building your account, you want to do it safer, I think it's fine. The little risky, if you don't shunt enough to get a shiny before the end of war on average, like, that's where it's like, okay, maybe it's not worth for you, but it depends. If you shun as much hours as you can, you know, with fun and comfortability. Speaking of, I want to actually mention, Xanarchy did say earlier, I didn't get this in the clip, so my apologies. Xanarchy, I believe, said that to be in top 10, players are averaging about 12 to 13 hours a day. So it was about double. So it seems like to be in top 50, it's around 6 hours a day based on points. To be in top 10, it's around 12.9, I think is what he said. So like 12 to 13 hours a day to be in top 10. I'm doing about 16 right now, I think. And then he said to be in top 3. This was what blew my mind. He said to be in top 3, players are playing around 18.5 hours a day on average. On average. Now that is not sustainable for the whole war. We got 18 more days left. That's insane. But that's like 5 to 6 hours of sleep a night. Probably 5 hours if, you know, you got to squeeze a shower in, blah, blah, blah. Like that's probably 5 hours a night of sleep consistently. That's insane. That is crazy, dude. Oh, was that calculated? I thought that was with, I could be wrong, Keno. I thought that was with that last one. Maybe I'm wrong. Around top 3 numbers, dude. That's a cool thing to know, Oni fans. Like, if you're top 10, but you're like, it's good to know. Like, it's good to know, like, if you could do it next year, in the future years, you know, or something like that. Dude, thank you so much, QF. And no stream F there, right, chat? Hell yeah. Thank you so much, QF. I'm really curious. I don't know if shunning Dittos is profitable right now. We can try to run some math here. Okay, I'm really curious. Let's try to get my calculator up and run some math. Someone asked, is shiny hunting Dittos profitable right now? Or shiny hunting Dittos should be profitable. I don't think using Leppas is the way to like hunt Dittos for profit. I think it's just too expensive. I don't think you actually make good profit. I think what you do is you do ×5 hordes next at Desert Underpass for free. I know that you can phase, right? 2 mil per Leppa hunt. Isn't it 3 mil per Leppa hunt? Aren't Leppas... Let's calc it. 800 a piece times... You need 3,000 Leppas. I guess it's 2,700. Okay, no, you're spitting. During war, it's 2,700. So it'd be 2,700 times 800. million Pokeyen. Which is, oh, they're getting lower, 3.75. So, okay, let's assume you make about 1.6 mil Pokeyen per